Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this series we're going to be going through all the planets, and the host for this video is Capricorn, okay? Capricorn. So Capricorn through all the planets, that's Sun, Moon, Venus, Mars, Mercury, Uranus, Neptune, etc, etc. But before we get into that, if you enjoy my readings, you certainly could book a reading with me. All you have to do is email me at samastralreadings@gmail.com. That's samastralreadings@gmail.com, and I'll certainly get back with you. Okay, I do birth natal chart interpretation readings, as well as astrology and tarot. So just email me and we can go forward with that. So getting back into the video, okay, and this is Capricorn through all the planets, okay? We're going to be going through Capricorn through all the planets, and I love doing this series because astrology is so diverse, and we always talk about our sun signs. But it's so important in order to get better in astrology to understand how an energy manifests through different planets, okay? It's still different even with the same energy. And this will help you understand the difference between moon signs, Mercury signs, Mars signs, and how these things manifest. The same energy manifesting through different bodies. So without further ado, this is Capricorn through the planets, and we're going to start with Sun Capricorn, okay? The Sun Capricorn, Capricorn and Sun. First thing to understand about Sun Capricorn is these people, this energy is introverted, okay? The sun deals with our light and how we express ourselves. So if you have your sun in Capricorn, Capricorn is a very introverted energy. This restricts that energy that's being put out. This is more about an introverted energy. This is more inner. So with Sun Capricorn energy, it's way more introverted, way more conservative. This is not the energy that speaks a lot, that's extroverted. This is the energy that keeps it together. This is the energy that is more conservative. This is a person that's not loud and out there and trying to communicate with everyone. This is someone who's more to themselves, okay? It's more about their inner world. Capricorn is a restrictor. It's very much more conservative, so it does that to the sun energy. So your expressions, okay, how you express yourself, your energy, your aura is way more conservative. Capricorn keeps it more in. So this isn't an extroverted sign. This is a way more introverted sign, way more introverted energy. Also with Sun Capricorn, you have a more serious attitude, okay? These are people's personalities that are a lot more serious. They can look very stern. They can look like they're really in their heads. They don't really open up much like that, okay? Very similar to Sun Scorpio. Also with Sun Capricorns, your image, even the way you dress, not even just your attitude, but even the way you dress, okay? Because the sun deals with how we bring ourselves out into the light, and this can affect our fashion, our dress sense, our image. Your image could be very serious. You could choose very conservative colors, darker colors, or just a look in fashion that is way more serious. You know, it's not about being bright and flashy with Sun Capricorn. It's about being more serious and conservative. So this falls down to even your image, even the way that you dress, okay? Also with Sun and Capricorns, these people are very introverted because there's a lot of restrictions when it comes to their personality. So the sun is our personality, again, how we express ourselves. Capricorn is all about obstacles and restrictions. So a lot of times Sun and Capricorns can go through a lot of restrictions when it comes to expressing themselves. You know, anytime you are happy or joyful, or, you know, just being you and expressing yourself freely, you could come up with lots of restrictions. People trying to kind of calm you down, like chill out, Sun Capricorn, like relax, sit down. Like you could have, every single time you're expressing yourself can come through lots of restrictions, like people are trying to restrict your personality, and this piggybacks into that introverted, more serious attitude. You know, you're not quick to expressing yourself so quickly because of the amount of obstacles and restrictions that you've come across. So this plays into that introverted personality, that more serious personality, because Capricorn is gonna put obstacles and restrictions in your self-expression. Okay, so it's like you gotta think before you act with Sun and Capricorn. Also, when it comes to your ego, okay, a lot of times your ego, your confidence, okay, is in your hard work, okay, accomplishments. So with Sun and Capricorn, a lot of times your ego, your personality, what you're proud of, okay, what you want to be is all rooted in your hard work and your accomplishments. You know, this is the ego of a Sun Capricorn, okay? Sun Capricorn is going to be all about their progress in life, okay? What they're accomplishing in life, okay? The hard work that they're doing in order to get in life. So these people are hard workers as well too, because they want to accomplish something. So that could be really your strong ego. You could be all about your career, all about what you do, all about what you accomplish, all about status and the hard work you have to do in order to get to that point. So that's a big part of Sun Capricorn, is your ego in the hard work and in your accomplishments. And because the sun rules our actions, you know, our daily actions, how we take our actions. Sun Capricorns can be workaholics. They can be very busy, okay? Because they're earth sign, they're all about the tangible stuff. They're all about the hard work you do in life, the things that you're accomplishing and creating, the tangible things, the money you're making, the productivity that you're doing. So because this is in their ego, they could be very hard workers, very busy. They're all about, what am I doing productively today? What are the tasks that I'm getting done today? So very productive. Also with Sun and Capricorns, these people do like to show off materialistic things, okay? So I did say before that, you know, their fashion can be a lot more drier with the Sun and Capricorn. However, they are about accomplishments and success in that materialistic way. So they might not be the best with fashion. However, when they do make it in life, they love to show off the things that show off their accomplishments. So they might not be the brightest and creative, colorful dressers. However, they could have a really flashy watch. You know, they could have shoes that are designer that represent that they've made it somewhere. So it's not necessarily about the creativity. It's more about, hey, I'm wearing this watch because I make this amount of money. I'm wearing these shoes because I make this amount of money. I got on this brand because I make this much amount of money. So because they're all about their reputation, their careers, what they've accomplished in life. They're not really fashion forward. However, they could be about the flashy materialistic things that they've gained through the hard work and money that they've had. So they could like to show off something that shows that they're making money, or they're in this specific level in life. So they could be flashy in that type of sense. So with Sun and Capricorns, these people are very much about planning, okay? They like to plan, strategize, plan. Very more introverted, okay? You're not going to see their moves out in front. But a lot of what they're having inside is a lot of strategy, a lot of plans. So these are planners. These are people who plan out their days, plan out their long-term goals, their short-term goals. They got a lot of things going on in their hands. So definitely strategic, very strategic people. They strategize everything. All their actions are strategized. They don't just move with impulse. They do not move with impulse. They strategize everything, every move that they make. Also with Sun and Capricorns, they love to express their boundaries, okay? Sun deals with how we express ourselves. Capricorn is boundaries. So these are also people that like to, you know, have their boundaries, express their boundaries. Don't go near me. Don't do this. Don't touch that. No, you can't have this. No, you can't have that. No, you can't get this close. No, you have to be here. No, this is very much Sun and Capricorn. They express their boundaries. Their energy, their aura could be a boundary. Like, don't come too close to me. I'm a closed book. I'm not sharing everything. So definitely Sun and Capricorn. Now moving on to Moon Capricorn, okay? Moon and Capricorn. Now this is how you emotionally feel. So you feel Capricorn energy. When it comes to Moon Capricorns, you could be very emotionally restricted, okay? So your emotions are not something you like to tap into. There's a lot of restriction with your emotions. Capricorn is a very practical sign, and it's also very much about boundaries and things that make logical sense. So when you put this in your moon, which is your emotions, Capricorn creates lots of boundaries here. And to the point that you disconnect with your emotions. You're not about the feelings. Capricorn likes things that are tangible, that are logical, that are practical. So on an emotional level, because this is your moon, you could be very cold, okay? You could be very cold. You could be very much about, I don't connect with my emotions. I create boundaries. It needs to make tangible sense. And emotions don't always make sense, okay? But with Capricorn, they have to have it their way. So a lot of times these people are kind of closed off emotionally. They're not comfortable with their emotions. Everything's about work. Everything's about business. They don't like to get into the emotional stuff because they don't feel that stability. And Capricorn wants to make stability. And that's what you're most comfortable with. So these people can be very detached from their emotions. And a lot of this detachment is because of their upbringing. With the moon sign, you can see how your family was, the development, the emotional development, the family you come from. And their family could have been very, very strict. Lots of boundaries. Very much about work. What are you accomplishing? A family that's not emotional. The family that the family that values you based off of your productivity, your success, okay, money, stuff like that, how well you're doing in school. These are the things that they value, not your feelings, not your emotions. There's no time for that. So because you're raised in a family so business orientated, this is why, again, you're disconnected from your emotions, because it was never encouraged. It was all about what you do, the work, the business, okay? So this trains you to be emotionally comfortable, detached from your emotions because of the family you were raised in. And yes, your family could have been very work orientated, very much about accomplishments. You could have had a family that was very successful, very, very successful, and they were, your dad's working at this job, your mom's working at this job, they're in high positions, they're workaholics, they value money, they value success. Okay, so this is what you connected to. Or even your parents could have not been, successful at all. And because of that, they're pushing a lot of energy to you in order to become successful, so you don't live the life that they live, yada, yada, yada. So this is the family that you come from, and this is going to affect your values and what makes you emotionally comfortable. Also, with Moon and Capricorn, you could have been raised in a home that lacks stability. So this is why you desire stability, okay? With Moon and Capricorn, you could have been traumatized from, money issues, financial issues, stability issues within the home. Maybe you lost your home because of financial issues. So it was very important for Moon and Capricorns to stabilize themselves financially on a very practical level, making the right money so that you can have a house, a stable home, a stable income. Also, with Moon and Capricorns, you can turn your home into a business, okay? Moon, again, rules the home. And you put in Capricorn, this is business, this is work. So these could be people who work from home. This could be people who turn their home into a practicing business. This could be people who enter the family business. Maybe your family was already in a very successful business and, you joined right along. Okay, so with Moon and Capricorn, this is making your home life a business, a work, and that could be family business, entering your family business. Your family passes down the business to you and you take over that legacy, or you just create a career that works in your home. Your office is in your home. You create, you work from home with Moon and Capricorn. So another manifestation. Also, with Moon and Capricorn, you can have strong boundaries when it comes to your family. Okay, you could create strong boundaries. Maybe there's not the best relationship, okay? Maybe you don't have time for family things, so you create boundaries because you're constantly working. Moon and Capricorn, you feel most comfortable working, so you may not have time for family. So you create those boundaries. You don't have time to do this, you don't have time to do that. You're working. So there can be strong boundaries within family, okay? Creating those walls, okay? Capricorn can take you out of the family and put you into the career, and that career takes you out of the home. You're constantly busy, so there could be strong boundaries within the family. Moon and Capricorn, you're most comfortable emotionally working and being productive, working on your career, working on your reputation, being productive, building something big, building big projects. This could be what you're most emotionally comfortable, so you want to be very productive. And this is what makes them workaholics. Now we're moving on to Mercury in Capricorn, okay? And this is communicating Capricorn energy. Okay, communicating Capricorn energy. The first thing with Mercury Capricorns is there's a lot of restrictions within your communication. Okay, just like with Sun Capricorn, there's a lot of restrictions within your personality and self-expression. And Mercury, Capricorn and Mercury, this is in your communication. So maybe growing up, every time you spoke, you got corrected a lot. a lot of corrections, or anytime you spoke, it's like, shh, 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 don't talk, don't speak. You know, there's a lot of discipline and restrictions within your communication. Okay, so this can make you a very disciplined communicator, and this can make you not communicate much at all unless it's important and it really has some type of meaning. So there's a lot of restrictions when it comes to your communication. This can make you very disciplined, really make you make sure you know what you're talking about and what you're saying, and only speak when it's very important and necessary. You guys are not much talkers. Capricorn Mercury doesn't like to talk about wish-washy things. They don't care to. And this is because of the restrictions that they've gone through. So with Capricorn Mercury, your communication can be very blunt, okay? Because you're not about the talk. You only talk when it's needed. You've gone through lots of discipline and restrictions when talking. You're like to get straightforward, straight to the point. These people are very blunt, very straightforward. They don't do the sugarcoating. They don't talk around. They don't do the small talk. They're very much about business when they speak. So they're very straightforward, very blunt, very straight to the point. Okay, this could be texters who give you one-word answers all the time, and they're not even being mean. This is just how they communicate. Or they could be being mean because, you know, when someone's always restricting you when you speak, now you don't feel the need to be entertaining anyone when they speak because you had to go through that. So very blunt, very straight to the point, no chaser when it comes to the communication. Of course, this means that they're more introverted. Capricorn and Mercury, very introverted speakers. They really don't talk a lot. Also with Mercury and Capricorn, even though they don't talk and communicate a lot, the other part of Mercury is the thoughts, the inner, what you're doing inside. And this is what Capricorn Mercury people do a lot of. Mercury and Capricorn people are amazing strategists. Like, they have amazing strategies. They have an amazing mind. They think a lot. Okay, these people think a lot. They may not communicate a lot, but they think and strategize a lot. They plan a lot. There's a lot going on in their heads. They're master planners, and they're so practical and logical with their thoughts. So their thoughts and their strategies are very practical, meaning that they work. They make sense in reality. So these could be plans that really are well thought out. They make sense and they can really work. These are really great strategists. Like, they're very strategic, very great thinkers, very great planners, just really set and ready. So again, they might not be so communicative, extroverted with their mind, but they're very introverted, and this makes them really, really good thinkers and planners. It can also be big ideas because Capricorn is all about career. It's all about doing the big things. So your plans could be very big. You can plan on very big things. These could be also big dreamers. You know, Capricorn's all about the career. Mercury is in the mind. So you can have these big ideas for your career, strategies for your career, strategies for your move, these big ideas. And this can lead to being a big dreamer, but in a very practical way, okay? Because Capricorn's all about reality. So it's going to be big, but it's going to be very logical. And it's going to be kind of like a blueprint. It's like kind of creating a blueprint for your life, for your plans, for your moves, for your career. So these people are big planners. They have big ideas and they strategize them very, very well. And that's what makes them amazing, is because not only is it well strategized, but it's also huge and big. So really, really good mindset. Very, very good mind. Also, with Mercury and Capricorn, you can have very, very, very good speech. Okay, so you could have dealt with a lot of the restrictions with talking and communicating, but because you've done with so much, you make sure everything that comes out of your mouth is right, makes sense, is logical. So this makes you a very well speaker because you plan out very well. So the things that come out of your mouth are just very on point. Very on point, very good speaking, very careful speaking. It makes sense, it's straightforward, it's right, it's practical, it's logical. Just very great with speech. You make sure every word is right. You don't waste your time on filler words. So again, very, very powerful speakers because you make sure everything is right. You're not going to talk unless it is meaningful, it makes sense. So Capricorn and Mercury can make you a very good speaker. This could be great for speech. You can later on make a career out of speaking because you're so thought out. Everything it has a method to it. Everything that you say has a purpose. You know, you don't talk wish-washy. This can make you an incredible speaker, effective speaker, okay? You can really convince people about anything because you make a lot of sense. So definitely could create a career off of speech because you mastered speech. Okay, Capricorn and Mercury can make you master speech. But also with that, Capricorn and Mercury can deal with struggles with speech too. So again, like maybe in the beginning of your life, you could have stuttered a lot. You could have been a little bit scared to speak because of the amount of corrections that you had to do. Okay, so those restrictions can come there, but if you keep practicing, which is what Capricorn wants you to do, again, you can become a master speaker. You can even make a career out of speaking, out of public speaking with this placement. So definitely good to know. And also in general, you could just be very smart within your career. You can come up with many ideas for your career, many strategies, many plans. You can do many things with your career with Mercury and Capricorn. Okay, this is taking your career to the Mercury level, which is very intelligent. So this is a lot of ideas, a lot of plans on how to get to your career. This is doing lots of different careers because you're very smart. Okay, so Capricorn and Mercury can be very, very, very smart in their careers. They can have very smart careers. They have very great plans to build their careers. They can have lots of options in their careers because they're smart, they're intelligent, they take in a lot of information. So these are very intelligent people in the career field. We're moving on to Capricorn and Mars. Okay, Mars, Capricorn. Okay, so this is like taking Capricorn energy and putting it into your adrenaline, okay, into your physical body, into your temper. So Capricorn and Mars, there's a lot of discipline within your body, okay? Capricorn and Mars is a perfect placement for like athletics, for working out, okay? Because there's a lot of discipline in your physical energy, in your physical body. So you can manifest a lot. You can work out and get really good. Okay, you can build. Capricorn's all about building. So you can start off with struggles with your body, but then as you practice and practice, you get better. These people are very disciplined on an energetic level. Very disciplined with their bodies, very disciplined with their energies. And this is, again, great for athletics. This is great for sports. This is great for bodybuilding. Okay, because it all takes time and discipline, and Capricorn has that in Mars energy. Okay, so these people are very ambitious, very disciplined with the body, and this can manifest in very great ways. Again, like I said, athletics, bodybuilding, you name it. There's discipline in your physical energy, in your adrenaline. And that is perfect. And Capricorn and Mars, again, can be building your body. So this is like bodybuilder energy. You can start off with a weaker body, or maybe you got tired of, the limitations you were feeling in your body. So you practice and practice and practice and work. Also with Mars and Capricorn, you could be very, very ambitious in your career. Very ambitious. Capricorn is a cardinal sign. It initiates. Mars is a cardinal energy. Mars is all about the adrenaline, the initiation. So you put a cardinal initiative sign in Mars. Mars is going to be working perfectly because you have that motivation. And Capricorn is all about business, career. So Mars and Capricorn people are very not only ambitious with their physical bodies, but they're also ambitious with their careers. They have a lot of adrenaline for their careers. These people can fight for their careers. Push. They're very ambitious, want to build something. They have a strong adrenaline for their business, for their career. So whatever career you want to get to in Mars and Capricorn, you're going to have a lot of motivation. There's going to have a lot of adrenaline, and you're going to be able to initiate it. One of the most important things about having a career is being able to start it, being able to initiate it, being able to be brave enough to put that money into that business, start that business, do all of that. Capricorn and Mars gives you lots of motivation, lots of adrenaline to push in your business, in your career. So very motivated people. This is great for career because you're going to have so much motivation, so much adrenaline. You're going to want to push. You can also be a very hard worker with Capricorn and Mars. These people are very hard workers. They like to initiate work. They like to get down and dirty. It's like an adrenaline rush to get the work done. Get the work done. It's an adrenaline rush. That's why Capricorn does so well in Mars, because of that initiative energy, and it's productive. And Mars just gives it that extra boost. So again, lots of adrenaline, lots of hard working. With this placement, these people are very hard workers. They have a lot of push, a lot of motivation, and a lot of ambition. lots of ambition. They can do whatever they want as long as they put the work in, and they're gonna have the motivation to put in that hard work. So Capricorn and Mars, very hard workers. This is why they can succeed a lot. There can also be lots of fights in their career. With that Mars energy adding all that adrenaline, there could be lots of fights, lots of anger, tempers. You got to be careful, okay? Your career can get it can get crazy with all that adrenaline. Again, that adrenaline can be great for motivation, but sometimes that adrenaline can cause a lot of competition in the workforce, competition in your career, okay? And this is good for you pushing through, but sometimes it can also get toxic, so be aware. The fight energy is great because you need to fight in order to build your career and to be something. But just be careful of, breaking things and people and getting into like fights within your career, and that energy, can get toxic in that way. Make sure the competition is really for yourself and not you fighting others in your career, because the adrenaline can get so high, it can sometimes get destructive. Capricorn and Mars is very productive, again, but sometimes that adrenaline can get so high, it can cause problems too. So just be careful of that. Also with Mars and Capricorn, when it comes to your anger, you could be a little bit more slower to your anger. Capricorn will slow down the anger. Okay, you're more methodical. Okay, you're more about planning. So if someone gets you angry, you're not going to just go react and get angry like the Mars and the fire signs. You will think first. Okay, that's that Capricorn energy kind of slowing things down. Again, there's a lot of motivation, especially for work here, but that kind of natural adrenaline to just go fight someone or just to go react, that's not where Capricorn puts its energy. So Capricorn will slow the anger down and it will be more methodical. This energy is slower, okay? Capricorn is not in a rush. Yes, there's a lot of motivation in Capricorn and Mars, but it's not in a rush. It plans everything out. The energy is put into the productivity. So just a fight for a fight, just to get angry for angry, that's not productive for Capricorn. So there's not going to be a rush to just pop off. They're not going to have these high tempers. They're going to be very methodical. They're going to plan. They're going to think before they take these crazy actions, okay? Again, Capricorn and Mars is more about productivity, not just a strict adrenaline rush. Capricorn slows that down. It puts the energy into the productivity, into the tangible things, into work, into business, not into just anger. So the anger is slowed down here, and these people think before they act. There can also be limitations within your body. Capricorn can create limitations, whether it be, you broke something, or maybe you're very short physically. Okay, maybe you injured yourself. These limitations are here to discipline you, and it's to make you want to become stronger. So the limitations within your body actually push you to work even harder. So that's where a lot of that adrenaline, a lot of that passion comes from. You're tired of the restrictions, so you push against and you work slowly but surely get there. So very methodical, very ambitious, very tactful. These people can accomplish a lot slowly but surely. So Capricorn and Mars is very, very strong placement. Now moving on to Capricorn and Venus. Okay, Venus, Capricorn. Now this is the love of Capricorn energy. Okay, you love Capricorn energy. First thing to understand is there's going to be restrictions in love. Capricorn is about restrictions. So with Capricorn and Venus, this could be a tough placement because Capricorn's about business, it's about work. Capricorn will restrict the romance that comes with Venus, okay? So your love life, your romantic life can come with lots of restrictions, a lot of things not working out. Dating could be hard with Capricorn and Venus, okay? You're just coming up with lots of obstacles, lots of restrictions, lots of reasons why this relationship is not going to work. You got to really practice and work. Venus is all about things happening magnetically. So, people just come to you, attract relationships, okay? Things are just coming, given to you. Capricorn stops that. It puts the restriction on that, and you have to pretty much work in order to attract. With Capricorn and Venus, you will not naturally attract. You will have to put in the work in order to attract, and that makes this placement tougher, because that's not how Venus works. Venus is more about, things just come into you. Capricorn kind of stops that, so you will come through lots of restrictions and obstacles when it comes to your romance and dating life. Okay, Capricorn Venus can easily be late bloomers in love. Okay, late bloomers, you don't fall in love until later into your life, when you get older, in your 30s and your 40s. Capricorn is about the long run, so these restrictions are to help you get better when it comes to love and romance. Capricorn is very like discipline. It's the karma of discipline. So again, you're not going to attract partners in romance easily. You have to work for it, and that's going to take time. You got to mature. Okay, so that's going to take time. So you guys are late bloomers in love. Capricorn and Venus will make you find love later in your life, that romance later in life when you develop. Also, with Venus and Capricorn, you could be attracted to the materialistic side when it comes to love. So getting with a partner for the materialistic things, for the business, okay, for the money. And it doesn't have to be you looking for someone with money. It could just be you getting with someone because you guys both can come together and make money. Things are kind of more business orientated. Things about is how we can work together, how we can make money together. Okay, how does our relationship benefit us on a very practical level? So this could be a very big thing with Venus and Capricorn, and you want to be careful because this can cause restrictions too in love. You know, Capricorn, Venus, yes, you definitely should be productive with your relationships. That is definitely a manifestation. However, if you focus too much on the materialistic side and you completely take love and relationship and compatibility out, and you strictly are all about just the money and things, that can make your relationships a bit superficial because you need a balance. Venus is about, you know, compatibility. So this is Venus in Capricorn. You still need that compatibility. And a lot of times the materialistic things isn't enough. So just be mindful of that. But when it comes to what you're attracted to, you like, you know, and there's nothing wrong with it. You like someone of high status. You can be attracted to people of high status. You can be attracted to people of money, people who have things, people that can help you with your business. You know, there's a business orientated thing that comes with that Venus and Capricorn. So definitely be mindful of that. Also with Venus and Capricorn, you have a lot of boundaries and standards when it comes to love. These people are not going to be the easiest, especially going through the disappointments and the restrictions of their love life. They can have lots of boundaries when it comes to love, like, nope, I can't, you got to look like this, you got to do this thing, you got to make this amount, we got to do this together. We're not in the same field, so it's not going to work. I don't care about our chemistry. Like, there could be lots of boundaries. You could just have gone through so many restrictions in your love life that you just don't want to date. You don't really feel like dating. You're very strict about it. You don't want your time wasted. Like, it's very don't waste my time energy with Venus and Capricorn. Like, don't waste my time, and I will create all these boundaries and restrictions, and if you don't live up to them, you're not there. You know, they're not going to just date for fun. Venus and Capricorn is not dating for fun. Also attract older partners too, or just more mature partners when it comes to Venus and Capricorn. People with more maturity, or you just attract love at a more mature age in your life. Again, like, you know, so there's a maturity. Capricorn likes growth. It likes maturity. It likes mastery. So again, that later on in your life, and your partners can reflect that as well too. Be careful though, because this can manifest negatively. You know, maybe instead of I think the more positive manifestation of this is dating when you're older versus dating an older person, because what happens is that older person can become very restrictive, like control your life, try to restrict it because they're older, and that could be a negative effect. But the maturity is very much important when it comes to dating with this placement. So with Venus and Capricorn, I always say it's very important with this placement to develop your career. Okay, develop your career first in order to find love. You know, you want to find love, develop your career. That'll open opportunities. Okay, your career takes time to develop. So by the time you really tap into your career, you'll probably be in your late 20s, your 30s, your 40s, wherever much time it takes. It'll open you up to the right love. Your career can help you find love. Tapping into your purpose can help you find love. You fall in love with someone in your career field. So with Venus and Capricorn people, I always say tap into your career, find your purpose, what you're working on in life, and you'll be able to manifest love through that. Okay, you won't be able to manifest love just going out and dating. It's not going to work that way. You have to do something productive. Tap into your career. Your career will open up love. find the career first, and that's how you'll get love in your life. So yes, that is Capricorn Venus. They're very business orientated. This could be hard on the love life, but if you develop that maturity, that discipline, you can attract love, especially when you tap into your career later in life. Now next, moving on to Capricorn and Jupiter. Okay, this is the expansion of Capricorn energy. Okay, so Jupiter and Capricorn. The first thing I can say about Jupiter and Capricorns is this could be a big career, a big reputation. Jupiter expands the energy and Capricorn deals with career. So you can have a very expansive career, a very big career. This could even make you very famous with Jupiter and Capricorn. So this is the expansion of your career. So really tap into your career because you can make it a big one. Jupiter will make it even bigger. Okay, it will expand it, and this will give you a good luck charm in your career. So this is great for career. Very, very great for career. However, in order to get into this, you have to work hard. So there's still going to be lots of restrictions. Okay, Capricorn will restrict that Jupiter energy. So Jupiter isn't just going to be able to push you out there and give you a big career out of nowhere. You have to put in the work and the time. So you're going to go through lots of restrictions. It can even feel like you have no luck in your career and life in general, because Capricorn is all about hard work. It wants to do things the slower way and the more tangible way. Jupiter wants to do things fast, so there's a lot of restrictions in that. So you basically have to go slowly but surely. You can have a huge, major, big career with this placement. This is this Jupiter and Capricorn is very much like you work for 10 years and then you finally get that overnight success. So it's like you put in a lot of work. You still got to put in a lot of work for time, but then there's going to be a time where it just explodes, and all that work you did for a whole 10 years just explodes you. You just out there. So you still got to put in a lot of work with Jupiter and Capricorn. It's not going to be that easy. You're going to be very ambitious and you're going to feel like you could become really big, but it's not just going to happen so quickly and so luckily the way Jupiter is. You're going to have to put in the work, and it might be a lot of work, like years and years of work. But there's going to be a point where things just tip over and it's just going to explode. And all that work is going to give you so much rewards, like so much. So if you are patient and you're willing to put in the work, that Jupiter will expand it. But you got to be patient, and sometimes patience isn't the best for this placement, okay, with that Jupiter being Capricorn energy, because Jupiter just likes to go and push. It doesn't like to go through all these obstacles. It's not a slow energy like that. So you got to learn how to be disciplined first with this placement, and then you'll get all the rewards you want. You can also have restrictions in travel. Okay, restrictions in travel. Maybe through traveling, you've gone through lots of restrictions. A lot of bad things happen. You got to take your long distance traveling a lot more seriously with Jupiter and Capricorn, because you can come through lots of obstacles. So be very mindful of that. Even with your philosophy, Jupiter and Capricorn, your philosophy, not just your long distance traveling, but how you expand your mind, your big beliefs. They can come through lots of restrictions. People can doubt them. People can say that they're wrong. Your beliefs, your faiths are wrong. Your philosophies don't make sense. So with Jupiter and Capricorn people, they have to make sure they understand what is it that they believe in. These are people who their beliefs are very tangible. They're very practical. They have to make sense on a realistic level, because again, they've gone through lots of restrictions when it comes to their faiths, when it comes to their beliefs. So these people make sure that they understand everything on a very practical level, that they can explain their faiths, they can explain their philosophies, they can explain their beliefs in a very practical way. They have the receipts to back it up because of all the restrictions and obstacles they've gone through when they have to express that part of themselves, okay? Also, Jupiter and Capricorn can expand your obstacles in life. So your work, the work that you got to do here in life, the stuff you got to do, the work, all those obstacles can be expanded here. So you get lots of opportunities to work hard and to develop your discipline with Jupiter and Capricorn. And this is what you need in order to become successful. If you don't have enough opportunities of discipline, you're not going to be able to reach that high place in your career that Jupiter Capricorn is trying to reach you, because you don't have that many opportunities. So Jupiter will expand your struggle just to get you used to it, so that you can push through and get to that high position, get that big career, get to the top of the mountain. So Your obstacles are expanded so that you can get better at them. Okay, so you can build. You can also have a career, and with Jupiter and Capricorn, you can have a career in philosophy, a career in teaching, especially philosophical things, preacher, faith, even traveling. You can have a career in traveling. Okay, but everything has to be serious. You turn these things, these Jupiterian things, into more of a business. That's the Capricorn energy. That's the seriousness. So definitely you can have a career in traveling. You can have a career in philosophy and teaching and preaching, spirituality, things of such nature. Moving on to Capricorn and Saturn. Okay, Saturn, Capricorns. Now, Capricorn is at home here in Saturn. Ding, 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 ding. So that is the bell. Okay, Capricorn is in home here. So Saturn is the restrictor, it's the discipline, okay? And this is in Capricorn, which this is all about. So your disciplinary restrictions are in Capricorn. So the first thing with Saturn Capricorn people is they're going to be all about their career and their reputation. These people want to work hard. Capricorn Saturn naturally gives you a hard life. So you're going to be very used to it. You're going to be used to having to work hard for anything and everything. And this is going to make you super ambitious because you're going to want to accomplish things. Capricorn and Saturn people are very naturally ambitious. They feel like they have to work for everything in life. So it's not even going to be a problem. See, the difference between like Jupiter and Capricorn and Saturn and Capricorn is Saturn and Capricorn, they're not going to have issues with discipline. They're like Jupiter and Capricorn, you might have to go through an initial period where you're just kind of depressed because you feel like your good luck charm isn't working. Jupiter wants to work fast, so you can have a time where you're just confused where things aren't working. Saturn and Capricorn, you expect things to be hard. You expect hard work. So this is what makes this placement even easier, in my opinion, than Jupiter and Capricorn, because you don't have these expectations that things are going to be brought to you. You naturally assume that things have to be worked hard in life. And this is the character that makes a Saturn Capricorn so powerful. Saturn Capricorn people have amazing discipline, very motivated. Capricorn is cardinal. Saturn rules Capricorn. It is cardinal. You guys like to initiate projects. You guys like to go out into the world, create your work, put in the work. There's a lot of motivation, a lot of ambition. Okay, these people want to make something out of themselves and they're willing to put in the work. A lot of people want to be big, but they want to do it in a shortcut way. And that's why they don't make it. Okay, that's why they don't make it. Saturn Capricorn, they expect the hard work and they can handle it. Some people literally cannot handle certain disciplines. You know, everyone thinks Saturn is so hard, but wherever Saturn is in your chart, that represents where you also have lots of discipline, where you can create that. And with Capricorn here being at home here, you naturally have the discipline. You naturally go out and get what you want. You naturally expect hard work. There's a lot of endurance for hard work here. So these people can be very, very, very successful. Okay, very successful because they have the endurance. They have the discipline. They're gonna put in the extra hours. Very highly disciplined placement. This is very, very good. And this can also represent your generation because people can all share the same Saturn placement. So this could be a generation that went through a lot of struggles, went through a lot of issues within life that taught them that they have to work hard. Anything they want, they're going to have to work for it. And with that Capricorn and Saturn energy, you are literally willing to do it. You're like, yeah, I will work hard for it. I can. There's a lot of endurance, a lot of motivation. So Saturn Capricorn is a strong placement. The discipline here is high. The hard working here is high. These are hard workers. These are people who are going to put in the work. And these are people who can become very successful. Saturn Capricorn, very career reputation orientated. Very ambitious. They want to be something big in life. They want to be something big in life. They're going to put in the work to do it. Okay, so very strong placement. People with this placement naturally have the work ethic to accomplish whatever they want. And this is why they get ahead of life, because other people, they want shortcuts. And because they want that, they don't get what they want. Capricorn makes sure that you're willing to build and you have it in you. So very strong placement. These people are highly driven, highly business orientated, and they don't expect anything for free, and that's what makes them so successful. With this placement, you definitely are a boss. Like Saturn Capricorn, you're a boss. You really want to be a boss. You don't really want to be under so many people. You can deal with that in the when you're developing, your work ethic, so you're under people, you're under management, but eventually you're going to become a boss because you have such a strong work ethic, because you're willing to put in the work. These people are natural leaders. They're natural managers, natural bosses. Like, they really could be in those high levels in society. CEOs, own your own business, own a huge business. Like, they can handle it. They can handle the workload that comes with being a boss as well too. Very career orientated. So this placement's a blessing. Yes, they can also be late bloomers as well too. It takes time, but this is not going to be a problem. Again, like Jupiter and Saturn, they could be very impatient. With Saturn Capricorn, it's not going to be a problem. These people are very patient, very tactful, and very consistent. So this placement is really good. This placement is really good. It gives you lots of endurance. Lots of endurance. When you see someone who has a strong work ethic, you wonder how. Look in their chart. They probably have some good Saturn placements. Now the next is Capricorn and Uranus. Okay, Uranus, Capricorns. Okay, this is the innovation in Capricorn energy. And Uranus is a huge generational planet. So this can also represent the generation that you've come from, because a lot of people have the same Uranus sign. Okay, so with Capricorn Uranus, the first thing I can say is that these people, this could be a generation that innovates the government. So Capricorn rules like the government, the power system. So with Uranus being in here, this can change up the whole government, change up the whole power systems, the power structures in our society. So you could come from a generation that switched it up when it came to like how we control the power systems of people on top of us. This could be throwing out the government, okay, and creating a new one, okay? This could be the public kind of like fighting against the powers to be and re-innovating and innovating a new way of a power structure. So very powerful. You come from a generation where the government literally changes. Okay, so this is a very, very powerful thing, very innovative thing when it comes to the power structure. Also, the careers for this generation and for you as a Uranus Capricorn people could be very innovative. I actually have Uranus and Capricorn. I'm part of the Uranus Capricorn generation. And a big thing about our generation is that a lot of our careers are technological. Social media, being an influencer, using social media as a career, going into the tech fields, technology for career. You see how AI is becoming really big and it's going to be replacing certain careers and stuff like that. Like, this is a great generation for changing our careers. The traditional careers that we have are no longer here. We're advancing through technology, so our careers change. They're more technological, they're different, they're unique. Again, doing social media, doing these types of stuff are really, really, really big. So the careers and the way you go into business can really change with Uranus and Capricorn, be a generation of unique careers. Also with Capricorn Uranus, your ideas, because Uranus is like these outside thoughts, like these outside outer box, thinking outside the box, basically, like these unique ideas. They could be very disciplined with Capricorn here. So this could be a generation that's more conservative with their unique ideas in order to get it right. Okay, Uranus could be so out there. So Capricorn kind of brings it in and wants it to be more tangible, wants it to be more practical. So we could be a little bit more conservative. Not to just simply be strictly conservative, but to make sure that what we're saying with our unique ideas, the unique things that we come up with, our inventions are practical. We have to make sure it works on a practical level. So there's a sense of conservativeness that comes with this placement, because Capricorn is making sure Uranus isn't so out there. Capricorn's like, okay, we could be out here and think outside the box, but does it make sense? Is it tangible? So there's a lot of restrictions when it comes to unique ideas. This could be a generation that comes through a lot of obstacles when they're expressing their unique ideas in unique ways, because they have to get it right. It has to make sense. Uranus is here, so it's not saying not to think outside the box. It's saying make sure it makes sense, make sure it's tangible, make sure it's logical, make sure it's practical. And that goes for our changes, not just in technology, but just in society. The changes we make in society have to be practical. They have to make sense. So this is a generation that's not just going to be so outlandish out of nowhere. The movements that we do have to make sense, and this honestly makes it more effective. It makes it work. It slows down the change. Uranus and Capricorn, the changes are kind of slowed down, but it's slowed down for the reason of making sure that it is right, making sure that it is disciplined, making sure that things really have a structure. Our unique ideas must be structured, and if not, they will fall apart with Uranus in Capricorn. Also with Capricorn Uranus, Capricorn being about status, Uranus being about technology, our technologies can put us in a higher level in life, okay? It could represent our status, the technology that we have. You know, I come from a generation, because I'm Uranus in Capricorn, the type of cell phone you had represented where your status was, you know, how great of a cell phone you have, what you have iPhone, you have Android, you know, these types of stuff. Now, next we're moving on to Capricorn and Neptune, okay, Capricorn and Neptune. Also with Capricorn and Neptune, because of that, this can manifest very amazing artistic careers, okay? So you don't embrace the art and the creativity so quickly. You create something tangible out of it. So this can create amazing, strong careers in the arts, okay, with Neptune and Capricorn, because you take it seriously, because you got to make something practical out of it. You don't just do art just to do art. You do it for something practical, and that can make a very strong career in the arts. So this could be a generation that manifests very powerful artistic careers because they take that Neptune energy, that creative, which is art and creation, imagination, very seriously. They make it practical. And the most practical way is to turn your art and your creativity into a career. So this can manifest very strong careers in the arts with Neptune Capricorn. So this could be a generation that has strong boundaries. Neptune likes to bring the collective together. It's how we emotionally connect together. You put it in Capricorn. Capricorn creates strong boundaries. Capricorn's very conservative. It's very strict. So there's lots of boundaries, okay? So everyone doesn't easily trust people that quickly, okay? Everyone isn't just coming together. This could be a generation that likes to create boundaries, okay? Like, I got my own lane, you got your lane. We're not gonna easily just trust each other, okay? We gotta do business with each other. We gotta do something practical with each other. So there's very strong boundaries, which could be a great sense of protection too. With Capricorn and Neptune energy, spells, magic, things that cross people's boundaries is not easy here. You can't just create a spell on someone. People are very practical. People have strong boundaries. People don't play that. So this could be a form of protection. But it can make things a little bit dry too, because Neptune makes everything feel like everything's in one, like we're all equal, we're all together. And Capricorn is saying no. There's status, there's levels to it, there's boundaries, there's class. So there's a positive side, again, which is like protection. So like if people are doing magic and spells, this is going to be a generation that blocks all of that because they don't play with people. They don't allow people to enter their energy. But this can make this generation kind of dry, okay? Like people don't really come together. Everyone's isolated kind of. So it has its negative and its positive. Also with Capricorn and Neptune, the economy can really plummet, okay? Our structure. Capricorn represents our structure, our economy, how we build, how we stay stable. As a huge collective, our power structures, okay, as a whole collective. And putting it in Neptune, Neptune has no boundaries. So this can plummet, okay, because there's no boundaries. Our economy, our structure, our societal structure can plummet. It can fall. There could be economy issues, droughts in the economy, recession in the economy, because there's no boundaries, okay? The structure is lacking boundaries, okay? So you gotta be careful with this as well too. And I come from a generation, okay, because I have Neptune Capricorn too. I'm from the Neptune Capricorn generation. We had to deal with the recession. We had to deal with the economy going down. We had to deal with college becoming very impractical. So a lot of our structures that are meant for us to succeed and feel stable can drown out here with Neptune. And last but not least, we have Capricorn and Pluto. Pluto Capricorns, okay, Pluto Capricorns. So this is going to be the death and rebirth of Capricorn energy, which is very strong and powerful. So the first thing I can say with Capricorn, Pluto Capricorn is there is a lot of trauma, obstacles, restriction when it comes to the collective, when it comes to the money, and it comes to the stability. This is a very serious energy. So you could come from a generation that just dealt with a lot of structure issues. Again, the recession, the economy going down, the structures going down, that type of stability, just the death of it, the death of that stability. And because the economy is so traumatic, it's shaking, it's breaking down, it's being destroyed, this is going to create major discipline. Okay, major discipline when it comes to stability with the whole collective. So Pluto in Capricorn, okay, this energy is very, very disciplined. Pluto is very much about discipline. You have to have discipline in order to deal with Pluto energy because it breaks and destroys everything to rebirth. So you have to have emotional discipline. And Capricorn is about practical discipline. So this is going to be a generation that takes the stability very seriously because they went through so much trauma. Okay, the economy collapsing, the power structures collapsing and dying. So this is a very serious energy. So people are very strong about building stability. Okay, money, building a strong economy. Because all of it dies, we have to rebirth it, reconstruct it so that it's stable. Okay, so that's stable, so that's strong, so that's powerful. So this is a very serious energy. And the personality of this generation is going to take things very seriously because Pluto's serious and Capricorn serious. So this generation takes things seriously. They don't, this is like a no games generation. Like they don't play no games here. Like it's not like, oh, everything's cute and fun. No, it's like, oh, things are breaking down. It's time to get serious. So this generation takes its stability very seriously, and that's why they're able to resurrect and come from the death of an economy and build something even stronger and newer. The stability here is powerful. After everything breaks down, Pluto breaks everything down, that Capricorn energy comes back up and structures everything. And because Capricorn's discipline, it can handle Pluto energy. So even though there's a lot of breaking down going on in this generation, they know how to build themselves back up because they have the discipline to take it seriously. See, in Neptune and Capricorn, it's like the economy is down and it's like, oh my God, we don't know where to go. It could just be like you're just lost. Whereas Pluto and Capricorn, there's a stability here. There's a responsibility here. Pluto's very responsible, Capricorn's very responsible, and they work well together. So they can build back up. So this is a generation that takes their stability seriously. They take the government very seriously. They take all of that very seriously. And they resurrect from the death of their economy, from the death of their stability. They get back up and they build because they got that Capricorn energy in Pluto. They can build, they can work with the Pluto energy, they can work through the boundaries. So very powerful economy. Again, there's lots of trauma here. There's lots of instability. However, the discipline is amazing. So this generation can build back up and they can create a better economy, a better power structure, a better, stronger stability, very strong, very stable with this placement. But they have to go through the birth and resurrection. It can also be a strong government. The government can be very controlling. Controlling. And because of this control, people fight back the power and want to change it. Okay, so the government can abuse so much that you take your power back. And this is the Pluto energy of taking your power back. You take the public takes its power back and redevelops the system, redevelops the government because of the control. It's not easy. There could be lots of power issues with the government, taking too much power of the people. And again, this gets people to fight back and take their power back and create a better economy, a better society, a better stability, a better power structure, redefining the government because it was abusing things too much, taking too much control. This is Pluto and Capricorn. People can be very ambitious. This would be a generation that's very ambitious. Nobody wants to deal with being broke with this generation. They would be very ambitious, very career orientated. People who really take their stability, take their money very seriously. So this generation is very, very ambitious. And this generation can reinforce very strong boundaries, okay? Very strong boundaries. People don't trust anybody. You know, you got to really fend for yourself. Also with Pluto and Capricorn, there could be lots of restrictions within the sexual culture. Okay, so even with the sexual culture, there's lots of boundaries with sex. Pluto rules sex, especially on a cultural level. Pluto's very generational. So with Capricorn here, there could be lots of boundaries when it comes to sexual energy. Maybe there's trauma within the sexual energy, and now we create certain boundaries with sex in our sexual culture. You can also manifest powerful public figures. which they become very annoying, so we end up taking them down. This could be the death of certain powerful public figures, people who are very capitalistic, who are all about their own selfish money. We can manifest a lot with Pluto and Capricorn here, but then end up taking them down because we're tired of it. Also, money can be seen as evil. Okay, lots of greed, lots of power struggles again, so we're redefining this. Okay, Pluto and Capricorn starts off very bad, but it's all bad so that we can see the bad and redevelop our economy. So lots of power struggles, but the collective takes their power back and creates a system that's way more stable for them. So very intense. This generation can be very resilient, have lots of resilience. They go through a lot, so they can handle a lot. So the discipline in this generation is extremely high with Pluto and Capricorns. And yes, that is Capricorn through all the planets. Okay, Capricorn through all the planets. I hope you enjoyed that. If you got a lot of Capricorn placements, or some of your Capricorn placements are here, please comment down and let me know. Let me know what you think about this. All right. And I'll check you guys out on the next video, okay? And also, if you like my readings, don't forget to book a reading with me at samastroreadings@gmail.com as well, too. And I'll check you guys out on the next video.